3 years into our long-distance relationship, I transferred to a hospital in Winona Harding City without telling her. What I never expected was that on my very first day, she'd walk in as my first patient, and she wasn't alone. There was a man with her. "Doctor, my wife's been having really bad morning sickness lately. Could you take a look and see what's going on?" His hand rested on Winona's slightly rounded belly, his eyes full of concern. When they noticed my hesitation, both of them glanced up with puzzled expressions. I ducked my head and tugged my surgical mask as high as it would go, biting down hard on my lip. I forced my voice lower. "How far along is the baby?" 3 months. 3 months. But just 1 month ago, Winona had been beaming with joy as we picked up our marriage certificate at the courthouse. A cold laugh escaped me. I turned away from her and dialed the phone. "Dad, take the marriage certificate I left in the safe and bring it to the courthouse. Have them verify whether it's real. If it's fake, freeze Winona Harding's bank accounts, terminate her position, and reclaim the Riverside penthouse we gave her. If it's real, do the same." After I hung up, I adjusted my mask again. From their conversation, I picked up the man's name, Austin Henson, a complete stranger. Winona had never once mentioned him to me. I resumed my routine questions under their curious stares. "Have you been keeping up with your prenatal checkups on schedule?" Winona nodded, tilting her head toward Austin. "Yes, every single one on time. For the first checkup, I even pushed back an out-of-town project and caught a red-eye flight back just to be there. Based on the timing of her pregnancy, that first prenatal checkup would have fallen the day after our wedding. No wonder she changed out of her wedding dress before the reception was even over, frantically packing her bags. "Christopher Simmons, something urgent came up at work. I need to catch the last flight back." She'd grabbed my hand, guilt written across her face. "Once I get everything sorted out, I promise I'll take time off and we'll have a real honeymoon." I tried to stop her, a bride walking out in the middle of her own wedding. The guests' amusement was impossible to miss. I forced a stiff smile. "Good to hear." I flipped through the previous examination report. "Your last results showed mild anemia. Just to be safe, we should draw some blood and run another panel." Winona's expression tightened. "Is it really necessary? Austin's a picky eater. He can't stand restaurant food. So lately I've been cooking every meal for him myself. I've even put on a few pounds. I shouldn't still be anemic, right?" She nestled closer into Austin's arms, looking every bit the fragile, helpless thing. Austin immediately took her hand. "Sorry about that. Winona's afraid of needles. But for your health, let's listen to the doctor." I dug my fingers into my palm. Winona had always believed women shouldn't be chained to the kitchen. Once, when I was burning up with a fever, I asked her to mix me a packet of fever reducer. She refused without a second thought. I just got my nails done. My temperature spiked that night. I drifted in and out until the cleaning lady found me the next morning. And yet this same woman had cast aside every one of those convictions for the man she loved. Mid-thought, Winona clapped a hand over her mouth and lurched to her feet. Austin was at her side in an instant, producing a plastic bag, a motion so practiced it was automatic. "Sorry about this. We need the restroom." After they left, I opened my chat with Winona. Our last exchange was from 2 days ago, when I told her I had a surprise for her. I was about to close the app when a new message popped up in my pinned conversation. "The certificate is real, but I found records showing she purchased a fake marriage certificate online a few months ago." I closed my eyes. The picture was complete. I'd barely finished typing my reply when someone knocked on the door. "Doctor, we're back." The two of them settled into the chairs across from me again. Austin tucked a strand of hair behind Winona's ear, and as the fabric of her blouse shifted, a fresh red hickey bloomed into view on her neck. My brow furrowed. "Has no one told you? The first trimester is high risk. No intercourse." A rosy blush crept up Winona's cheeks. She swatted Austin's arm. "This is your fault." A wave of nausea surged through my stomach.